Hello everyone, this is umonox. My recent video where I wanted you to post your questions about MIDI with the Digitakt, this one was online for a couple of days now, and so far I have picked 3 questions that I now want to answer in one video per question. Okay, before we get started with the first one, let's quickly recap the questions that I mean. First, we have Chatolas, and he wants to know how the interaction of the Digitakt with the ARP Odyssey looks like. This is the topic I will start with, and therefore this video is all about this. Next up we have William Littlejohn, and he wants to know how the interaction between the Strymon Big Sky and the Digitakt works and what we can do with them. This will be the topic for the next video. And finally there's nullpointer242 who wants to see how the Analog 4 and the Digitakt can work together. Now this topic is a little bit more extensive and will be covered in a video after the Big Sky video is online. So while I'm creating the videos, you can still ask your questions in my initial Ask Me Anything video, or you can simply post some comments here. I have a look at them and see if I'm able to do a video about that too. Okay, so let's get started with the first video. Okay, here we go. In this first video I will cover the question from Chatolas, and this is how the Digitakt works along with the ARP Odyssey. So let's quickly get started. First things, I have simple setup. I have the MIDI output of the Digitakt connected to the MIDI input of the Odyssey, and I'm routing the audio from the Odyssey back into input left from the Digitakt, so we can monitor what we do here directly on the Digitakt. Okay, so first things first, let's create a new project to start from scratch. And yeah, I simply go to my sample page, my recorder page right here, and XL for input left is already selected, and I turn the monitor on so we can hear what we are doing. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so here we are. Now, first things we need to do is we need to go to the MIDI tracks, and I select MIDI track 1, and we are presented with this page. Now, to make MIDI work with the Digitakt, it's similar to how it works on the Octatrack. We first have to activate the various parameters that are on the screen right now, and the most important parameter obviously is the MIDI channel. So I activate this, and this is MIDI channel 1, and when I now press down a button I should be able to hear the Odyssey. Yeah, you hear that? Okay, so that's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff. Now, to set up your Odyssey, there are different ways to do it, depending on which model you have. Now, on my module, I have a switch on the back side where I can set the MIDI channel, and the MIDI channel is set to channel 1, so this is why it's working. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, I can now already start to play this thing back. Let's check out the chromatic mode, and let's do a little jam here. Yeah, I have Portamento on, so I turn this off really quick. And you can already hear in the background that we can benefit from the duophonic nature of the ARP Odyssey, because the Odyssey can actually play 2 notes at the same time. And this is achieved by playing the individual oscillators with different pitches. And to make this work, first things first, it's very important that sync is turned off. Have a listen. If I would turn sync on, this is not working. Yeah, so it's turned off. Now, quickly reducing the sustain here a little bit, and yeah, that's basically already it, because there is no way to use the so-called MIDI CC controllers. So if you move on your Digitakt to those pages, you have up to 8 values, which are MIDI continuous controllers, CC controllers, that you could send to your external devices, and they can be configured on this page. So you select the channel, the MIDI CC number that you want, And same thing, when you go to this page, you activate that value by pressing function and the knob, you activate it. And now you can dial on the knobs and you are sending, in that case, CC number 41. And you can select those here, and yeah, that's basically the way it works. But we cannot benefit from this on the Odyssey, because the Odyssey is simply not able to receive any MIDI CC apart from MIDI CC number 120. And this is kind of a special number, because when we have a look right here, we can go up to 119. But we cannot send MIDI CC message 120. Now, message 120 would be all notes off. All sound off. And the Odyssey is treating this message as that. So this would be for a situation where we have a note playing, and if we would send this message, it would turn off the sound completely. But I found no way to send it from the Digitakt, so yeah, that's really the only continuous controller the Odyssey can receive, and that's actually it. Now, there is a way to control the filter with the pedal input and stuff like that. So you see keyboard CV, mixer or pedal input, and also the second oscillator's pitch. But this thing here is about MIDI, so I will not cover this. Yeah, but what can we do? Well, basically we can play the notes, as you see. We can play notes, and we can also play the dyads, 2 notes at the same time, by just doing this. Something, and we can record this as well, and we can also program that. Now, one thing that's in the MIDI implementation chart is that the Odyssey cannot receive pitch bend, but this is not true. Watch this. This is the pitch bend control, and watch what happens. Now let's turn up the sustain so that we hear this a little bit better, and I play this note, and let's have a listen. So you see, it's reacting to that. I don't know if the manual from Korg is wrong in that case, but it's receiving it. However, the range is very small. It's just receiving plus or minus 2 semitones. So this is the root note here, C. Turn it up. This would be this note, and when I reset it, you hear that? So 1, 2 semitones, and it's the other way around as well. This would be this note in that case, but an octave lower. So let's try that out. See? Yeah. So this is cool, because we could do some slides or some pitch bending or anything. If we would have parameter slides on the Digitakt, but maybe this is coming in a future update. So yeah, let's put down a simple pattern. I go into grid recording mode and do things like this. And now I can simply program a melody with the root note right here and bring this one up. Something like this. Really just something very, very basic. Get some release. Very basic stuff. And I can also add this additional note right here by dialing note 2 up and more or less replicating what we had, what I have played before. This one up as well, but I'm also shifting the root note now. Now I shift it down a little bit. And this one up again. Now on the MIDI page you have seen when I move the root note right here, it's moving the upper notes as well, because those upper notes are actually just offsets towards the root note. So whenever I program something in, I can use this to my advantage and do something like this. And if I want to know, find new chords or something, I could just move this up and try it out. So let's have a listen. Let's quickly remove those. Bring the release down. and try this. See? And if I would have additional notes, which are not working in that case, because the Odyssey can only play 2 notes at the same time, it would be the same procedure. See that? It would shift those as well. So, but I take this thing off. See, sometimes not reacting that good. So shifting up the root note again. Well, not this one. This one. Bring it up. And one other thing right here. So something like, I don't know, was it this? I have no clue. Let's check. Yeah, that's identical. Now let's move it up. I'm accidentally hitting the wrong thing here, so okay, let's have a listen. And I can also simply program those, simply record those in. Let's use this kick drum right here, and so that I have kind of a better metronome, you know. Why can't I hear it? Let's have a listen. Yeah, I don't have steps on, so go to the MIDI track again and remove everything. And now I have kind of a metronome. And on that very MIDI track I go to the chromatic mode and just fiddle around, you know. Let's record that now. As easy as that. And let's now work on that pitch bend. Sounds a little bit weird, but I think you get the idea. If we have a look into the sequencer, we should have quite a few trickless tricks now. Those are the green ones. They are actually controlling that. So yeah, let's just simply remove those again and do something like, I don't know, this. And the same thing here, but this time in the other direction. Yeah, this wasn't the chord, the diet I mean, but I think you get the idea. So yeah, although the manual says it doesn't receive a pitch bend, it actually does. And if we would have parameter slides like we have them on the bigger machines, we could program this directly on this step, remove those two and keep the last step with the new value. So we could do something like this, having it right here and having it right here, and it would slide in between. But the Digitakt doesn't do it. Have a listen. See, it's ignoring that in between because there is nothing and we do not have parameter slides, at least not yet. But anyway, I think you get the idea. So it's very easy actually, and the Odyssey is very limited in what you can do with MIDI. But at least we can use pitch bend, although the manual says that this is not possible. Okay, so I hope this has answered your question, Chatterlars. If you have something more you want to know, just let me know in the comments. And I see you in the next part of this video. Bye!